Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. So welcome everyone to the Fall 2021 ESTEAM Pitch Competition. We're going to be together with 14 teams over the next couple of hours. Hopefully we'll wrap up a little early, but before we dive in, we just have a couple logistics things. So my name's Amber Ravenscroft. I am the program manager for EntreEd's ESTEAM project, which stands for Entrepreneurship, Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts, and Mathematics. And this is a Appalachian Regional Commission power funded program. So we're doing this as a student-facing element of that program. So a couple logistics, just some Zoom etiquette as we go through this presentation. We have a lot of switching between different participants and different teams. So please remain muted until it's your turn to pitch or present. If you have any questions, you can send them in the chat as a direct message to Jennifer or I throughout the presentation. We'll be able to help you. When you are not pitching, please keep your video off. And if you're able to turn on your video when you're pitching or speaking, we'll ask our judges to keep their video on through the duration of the presentations, just so our students can get a feel for who is going to be judging them. And then we will have a timer that will be pinned that will count down from 5 minutes. So we want to make sure you watch your time to stay on track for your 5-minute pitch. So we do have 14 teams today across the ESTEAM region. The ESTEAM region is 7 states, and we have teams from 4 of those 7 states represented. We have folks from Buchanan County, Virginia, Breathitt County, Kentucky, Campbell County, Tennessee, Hamilton County, Tennessee, Anderson County, Tennessee, Lee County, Virginia, Jackson County, North Carolina, Cherokee County, North Carolina, and I think that covers it. And we have multiple teams from some of our awesome Rockstar educators as well that really supported them. So want to give a big shout out on the front end to all of our students and our educators that took the time out of their busy educational classrooms to support this effort as an additional component. So you guys are rock stars. And I do want to go ahead and throw it over to Dr. Jean Colson, who is EntreEd's Executive Director, for welcoming remarks. So Jean, you want to welcome the team?
Good morning to everyone. I want to congratulate all the students and teachers that are aboard this morning. We had a lot of submissions, and now we're down to the finals. So congratulations to all of you. Thank you to all of our judges. I want you to know I read all the canvases. And of course, by being in the finals, that's an indication you're all very good. You're worthy of this competition. And frankly, all of you have serious consideration about starting the actual enterprise. I would encourage all of you to think very seriously about that. No matter how it turns out today, I want you to consider starting that business. I thought they were fabulously interesting. And as we go through today, you'll see that it's a wide variety of types of businesses. But if you do start the business, let me just give you 2 very quick bits of advice. Number 1, investigate intellectual property. If you haven't studied that all day or recently, you want to find out, you have some really great ideas and you want to protect those ideas and protect the names of your businesses and the technology involved. And intellectual property is how you do that. So check your trademarks and your patents and those types of things. Your ideas are good enough to be protected. So investigate that and think about it. The other thing I would suggest, if you haven't done, is find yourself a good mentor. Find somebody who knows a lot about the business you want to go into and is willing to help you out. Certainly parents can play an important role, your teachers can play an important role, but find yourself a good mentor to guide you and advise you too. As I said, we had a whole lot of canvases. We're down to the final 14. All of you are good, and this is going to be a great competition finals. So let me introduce the judges. If the judges would just wave their hand as I introduce you, the students will know who you are. One is Nick Haber from Certiport. Then we have Russ Siegel from the Sequoia Fund. Hi, Russ. Then Dr. James Wilcox from the University of Southern Mississippi. And Bill Woodrum, who is with the West Virginia Department of Economic Development. So that's your 4 judges today, and good luck to all of you. Have a great day.
Thanks, Jean. So just a quick reminder of the structure. We're going to do 5 minutes for the live pitch. Again, look for the timer. It'll be bright green, and it'll count down from 5 minutes. So at 5 minutes, if you are still talking, I will mute you, and I hate doing that. So please don't make me do that. It makes me very uncomfortable to mute kiddos' great ideas. So get it in 5 minutes for me if you don't mind. And then the 3-minute Q&A. So we'll ask judges for feedback and questions. Judges, if you have a question, if you wouldn't mind raising your hand so that as we're facilitating it, I can kind of say, okay, Bill, if you wouldn't mind asking the first question, that would just help with ease of facilitation. So if you wouldn't mind raising your hand when you're ready, I'll go with the first 2, and then we'll see where we are on time. And then there will be a 2-minute scoring period where the judges will go ahead and put their scores into the Venture Dash platform. And then I will make a note of the on deck team so they can get set up, share their screen, and get prepared. So are there any questions before we get started? Okay, so then we'll go ahead. We'll give it just a couple minutes here to get everyone going. We'll start right at 10:10, but beyond the books, you are first. So if you want to go ahead and get your screen shared, we'll get everything else going for you.
Okay. Are we good?
But yep, as soon as you start, I'll do the, if you want to go ahead. Wait, actually, let me double check with the judges. Make sure that as you're in the Venture Dash platform, it's easiest if you click on them when they're going. So I do want to make sure that the judges are all set with yours. So we're on Beyond the Books. Okay, perfect. Whenever you're ready, girl.
Okay. Reading is a passport to countless adventures. Yet there are so many middle school and high school students that don't have access to up-to-date reading materials and literary materials. Did you know in middle-income neighborhoods, the ratio of books per child is 13:1, and in low-income neighborhoods, it's 1 age-appropriate book for every 300 children. In 2021, these statistics are totally unacceptable. That's where Beyond the Books comes in. We have created a service to help provide books and build up school libraries. My name is Eliza Blankenship, creator of this service project. Dolly Parton was on the right track with her Imagination Library. I myself always enjoyed getting the books she sent to my home every month. It was a nightly ritual that my mom read to me. Sadly, after I graduated from kindergarten, the books stopped coming. That's where Beyond the Books has started. We will begin with elementary school through high school age students and send books to them monthly that are based on their interests and their interest alone. There's no question that literacy is an essential element to a child's development and opens the door to a brighter future. Just how important literacy becomes has been a question many educators and researchers have sought to answer. Foundations such as Beyond the Books seeks to improve reading skills among struggling readers and target the growing illiteracy among school-aged children. Students who choose what they read and have an informal environment in which to read tend to be more motivated, read more, and show greater language and literacy development. Considering statistics of higher rates of school dropout, unemployment, and poverty, as well as the long-term implications of the 3rd grade reading achievement gap, Beyond the Books was established to make a significant and lasting impact to children through the power of reading. With a comprehensive literacy intervention program, Beyond the Books strives to improve reading skill levels among struggling readers at Title I schools throughout Southwest Virginia. Beyond the Books will operate as a nonprofit and provide reading materials such as books and magazines to middle school and high school aged students in Southwest Virginia. We also hope to partner with schools in our service region to promote importance of literacy. Eventually, we hope to partner with local businesses such as cafes, ice cream shops, and farmers markets to have bookshelves available for the general public and students to read anytime, anywhere. When we go beyond the books, reading can transfer you to places the mind can only imagine. So how will this project work? Patrons will be able to donate books or make a monetary donation to help buy books for students and schools throughout our service region. Initially, a good number of our inventory will be supplied by Southwest Virginians who have cleaned out their bookshelves and their closets. The cost of books and funding literacy programs can add up, so in addition to patrons around our community, we plan on applying for numerous grants for literacy initiatives. These include Believe in Reading Grant, which serves populations who show out of the ordinary needs, such as geographic reasons, areas with low reading scores, and high poverty levels. We also intend to apply for the Lois Linsky Covey Foundation and the Amber Brown Grant. We intend to operate under the Heartfelt Connector model and be funded by many individual donations. Beyond the Books intends to grow large by focusing on a cause that resonates with the existing concerns of large numbers of people at all income levels and creating a structured way for these people to connect where none had previously existed. We strive to build explicit connections between volunteers through special fundraising events such as the Susan G. Komen Foundation. We hope to host events throughout the year to promote literacy among the students of Southwest Virginia and how relevant and important the cause is to our youth. These events not only allow individuals to give money, they also engage readers to put together teams, solicit funds, and participate in the different experiences. We also have a large cross-section of people already pledging to fund this group. This group includes teachers at both middle school and high school levels and some private donors. As stated earlier, in middle-income neighborhoods, the ratio of books per child is 13:1, and in low-income neighborhoods, the ratio is 1 age-appropriate book for every 300 children. We use these figures to help to promote our cause and bring social awareness to this cause. Since we are focusing primarily in one geographic area, Southwest Virginia, it won't be hard to attract a large number of volunteers consisting of teachers, parents, grandparents, and those worried about the literacy rates in our area. The Better Business Bureau standards recommend that at least 20%.
I'm very sorry, honey. We're going to have to cut you off. Okay. Nick, I see you have a question.
Thanks, Amber. Thanks, Beyond the Books. I'm very inspired by what you're doing, and just think of my own family history. My dad learned to read because his parents had a bunch of books that were just donated to him, and he was the first person in our family to go to college. So I love what you're doing here. I have a question for you about long-term sustainability of the organization. And even though you're considering to be a not-for-profit and looking at donations, have you thought of any earned income revenue that can be driven that could sustain your organization?
We were thinking maybe after we grow a little more, we could get sponsors who could help provide, but I can investigate more and get back to you on that.
Great, thank you.
Bill?
Yeah, again, great presentation. Huge fan of books. Just got to present to a library commission yesterday about my programs and what a wonderful impact reading has had on my life. And I was wondering how you would differentiate yourself from the existing programs that are out there, like Read Aloud, or you mentioned Dolly Parton's reading initiative that has put so many books out there. What would be the differentiator for Beyond the Books?
Well, what we do is we will set up a program where we test the kids, well, not necessarily test, but we let them take a quick little quiz so we can analyze their reading skill levels and their interests. So they're not just reading a book that a school has provided them. They are reading a book that they are interested in and they want to read.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Russ?
So with a nonprofit model, you really are not just attracting the people who are going to give you money, but you're also going to have to attract the people who want the books, right? So have you thought about some sort of subscriber model, or how you're actually going to get students and parents to sign up for to receive books? Have you given any thought to what that looks like?
We have thought that once we create our website, they will just go in and we can deliver them to their door, or if a school wants a subscription, we can send it to their school and they just deliver it through that way.
Great. Thank you, Beyond the Books. You did awesome and you really kicked it off and set a high bar. So we're excited to see what happens now. So go ahead and hang out. We're going to get a commercialized community on deck, and judges, please put your scores for Beyond the Books into the Venture Dash platform. So commercialized community, feel free to go ahead and get set up here. If you have anything you need to share.
I think we are about good to go. Can you now are you going to set us as the presenter?
Yeah, we're gonna highlight you, spotlight for everyone. And then just give us a second. I'm gonna confirm with the judges that they're all set, and then we'll let you know when to go.
Amber, quick question about that.
Yeah.
Never mind. I was looking at the wrong thing. I thought my score didn't save. I just looked at the wrong thing. Sorry.
Yeah, it's not like a clear submit button. It's basically you just put it in and then I have to go in and manually approve it at the end. Okay, so whenever the judges are all set with your scores, give me a thumbs up if you wouldn't mind, and then we'll be good to go. If the judges gave me a thumbs up already, I was looking at your, I was looking at the actual thumbs up reaction. Are you all good? Sorry. Okay, whenever you're ready, commercialized community.
Thank you. Hello, my name is Brayden Schaus, founder and CEO of Commercialized Community. I decided to start my business last year at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic when I saw local businesses in my community having a hard time starting up and marketing their business, and also businesses that had already been established in my community, maintaining and drawing in new customers. Now, I don't think there's anyone better to tell you about my company than myself. Hello, my name is Brayden Schaus, founder and CEO of Commercialized Community. I started my company after I realized that there was a need in my community that had yet to be addressed, that being advertisements. After listening to countless unprofessional radio advertisements and forgettable TV ads, I realized I could use my talents to help my community with advertisements. Our goal is to use our talents and professional equipment to help businesses in my community to make high-grade and memorable commercials and ads at an affordable cost. I have professional training and experience with acting on stage in New York and on several commercials and TV shows, and do the voices and acting in these ads and commercials. My partner in this company, Charles Schaus, specializes in video editing, video production, writing, and prop creation to make these commercials remarkable and unforgettable. My community is impoverished and local businesses do not have access to the resources to really take off and maintain their businesses through advertisements. Our job will allow local, small mom and pop businesses to grow by having high-grade advertisements to support their businesses. Together, we build a commercialized community. What you just watched was an example of the type of high-grade and professional commercials that we give to our clients. We have another commercial that we're about to show you that we've already done for a local company called KRCC. Drop into the Sapling Center for food, fun, games, and more. We also offer substance abuse services, counseling services, laundry and showers, life skills education, and free transportation. Just drop in at your nearest Sapling Center location today, the Sapling Center. Drop into the Sapling Center. Now, the normal cost of these high-grade and professional commercials can range anywhere from $1,000 up to $10,000. We're able to cut that price in half to only $500 for a 60-second commercial. This is mainly because, as my father already has all the equipment that we need, and I also have a deal with the school where I can use their equipment to make these commercials, we're able to make it at an affordable cost for our local businesses. So would you please help me build a more commercialized community?
Great, thank you. Judges, questions? Bill?
Yes, thank you. That was a great pitch, and definitely something that we need in a lot of our smaller communities. $500 a commercial, just as you know, on the side, I do a lot of photography work. That's not a lot of margin there if you're going to pay yourself for your, particularly if you have actors. I was wondering how you were going to staff, what you were going to do for, you know, you had 3 or 4 people in that last the commercial you showed us. What was your staffing there in addition to the production side of it to get to that $500 model?
Yeah, thank you. So I'm actually the only actor in my company. That what you just saw was stock footage mainly. My father is works with me as a director and stuff, but what you just saw was mainly stock footage and stuff that we had of different actors. But I am the only actor that we have right now currently. If we do decide to expand to other local counties and stuff like Hazard or Knott or Wolf or stuff, we might hire on new staff. But right now it's just me. So I'm able to take some of that cost. And like I said, this is mainly just a real passion thing for me. So I want to make sure not only the startup companies in my community have going and start up and make their company really look good and draw in customers. Because I myself, you know, this is a startup business for me too. So I kind of understand the struggles of you know, promoting your business and marketing and stuff. So you know, with the cost and stuff, it's only for me and my father, who we split it between to pay because we already have the equipment and everything. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Hire you for some projects. So, but I want to ask you, you talked about the problem you're trying to solve, and you described it as that they don't have commercials, they don't have advertising. Is that really what the problem in the community that you're in the business community you're trying to solve?
Yeah, I'd love to. So mainly in Breathitt County, which is where I live, it's a very like small county, right? And we don't really have a lot of people, except very COVID-19 pandemic. There was plenty of stores and stuff and companies that I shopped at, and I knew the people who worked at them that sadly had to close down because they couldn't get people to come and they couldn't get new people. And I saw startups that, you know, there's really no one else that's doing this for these businesses that are trying to start up, which makes it really difficult. In my community, and my community is very impoverished as well, so it makes it very difficult for local businesses to start up and maintain this right now.
Thank you.
Thank you. We'll take one more question if there is one. Okay, well then we'll go ahead and judges, put your scores in. Thank you, Commercialized Community. That was great. And Double S Services, you are on deck if you want to go ahead and get set up.
I'm so stressed out. My mom and I have been looking for 1800 style clothing to wear at my school theater production called A Christmas Carol, but we had no luck at all. Since we moved here 3 years ago, All we've done is try to find out where the best places are to shop and eat. I wish there was an easier way to find out if there's any antique stores or local boutiques in my county instead of having to go to different websites and driving all over town. Wait, there is. I can go to Campbell County, Tennessee local guide website and find just the store I'm looking for.
If you are new to Campbell County, whether you've just moved here or one of the hundreds of tourists that come every year to enjoy our lakes and mountains and need to find just the right service for you, if you have no idea where to begin looking, then you come to the right place. If you are tired trying to find someone to ask about stores or restaurants, or just tired of searching multiple sites to find the right service, S Services has a solution for you. Instead of individually searching restaurants, utilities, and churches, people go to Campbell County, Tennessee local guide site, click on the tab that they need, and find varieties of choices for what they're looking for.
Why is Campbell County, Tennessee local guide website, you may ask, when Google searches at everyone's fingertips? Good question. When I moved here 3 years ago, we had some issues settling into a new place. For example, my parents were not familiar with this area at all. If they had any questions, they would have to Google it, hoping to find the right answer. And let me tell you, that is not as easy as it sounds. When we would search each service we were looking for individually. Sometimes it would take us to the right place, other times it wouldn't. If we needed information on more than one place, we would have to Google search each service separately. This took precious time that we just didn't have the time for. When you click on Campbell County, Tennessee local guide site, you'll find different tabs of services. Once you click on the tab that you need, you will find a list of businesses that offer the service that you need. If you need another service, instead of leaving that website, just click on another tab for the service you are looking for. And the information is right there. Even though this may not be a new idea for some places, this is a new service for this area. There's a Campbell County Government and Chamber of Commerce page. However, it does not offer the same service that our site offers someone new to the area.
This website is designed to be hassle-free, fast, convenient, and contain varieties of services and be no cost to the customer. It would be marketed by print, radio, social media, through the local radio, newspapers, and local businesses. Customers will access this website on their personal smartphone, laptop, or iPad. This website is accessible anywhere there is Wi-Fi connection.
On the business site, a business looks more than their name or address listed on the site. They'll purchase an ad depending on what type of information they're wanting. The type of ad will determine the price. We have called some businesses and they have several interests in purchasing ads. If we were to place in the top 3 in this competition, we would use some of the money for advertisement for our website.
So if you're ever in Campbell County, let us help you find the service they need. S Services would like to thank you for your time.
Great job, girls. I always love a good interactive presentation. Judges, any questions? Bill's getting to the front with these. He raises his hand very quickly.
I've been just really fascinated with every presentation so far. I think they're great ideas and some great business ideas. I guess the first thing that pops out here is if you're talking about a local guide that's going to be web-based, how are you going to optimize yourself on the web? How are you going to make sure that if somebody is searching for Campbell County, Tennessee, that you all are, that top 3 or 4 listing that comes up?
Well, we would use flyers. We would use the local radio station, and we would also use social media and people word by mouth. So we would use our word by flyers, radio, businesses, and we would hope people would spread the word.
Thank you.
Russ?
Thank you, ladies. I just want to get clear on how you're going to make money. You've explained how you're going to make sure other people can get to this information, but how do you get paid?
So our bills would be roughly $800 a month. We would sell packages. The first package would be $40, and then the second package would be $80. And we would need 10 businesses to buy the $2 package to pay the $80 per month. And if there's $800 a month, and if there would be anything left over, we would get that.
Thank you.
Okay, we probably have time for one more question if there's a question from Nick or James. Okay, ladies, you did a great job. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and let the judges put their scores in. And next on deck, we have Geek City Enhancements.
And I would just test the mic, see if they can hear you.
We can definitely hear you.
Can you guys hear us well enough?
Yes.
All right.
Turn up the volume.
Now hang tight until we give you the sign to go ahead, okay?
All right.
Good.
Turn on your camera.
Amber, did you already spotlight them? Because I can't. Oh, they're sharing their screen. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, they're sharing their
Sorry.
screen, but they'll be able to.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, judges, thumbs up if you're ready. Got 1, 2. 3, 4. And whenever you're ready. You are on mute, just to let you know.
All right. Can you hear us all right?
Yep.
All right. My name is Alex Mangan.
I'm Taylor Rickman.
I'm Delaney Dempsey.
And I'm Haley Lewis. Geek City Enhancements proudly presents the Myoelectric Reacher. Our group decided to completely change our project after deeply emphasizing with a woman named Casey, who got into an accident and became wheelchair bound. On top of this, she lost most mobility in her hands, which prevents her from gripping objects. Casey enjoys spending time in nature and traveling, and she wants others to live life to the fullest like she does. But one of the most important things for her is her independence. When going shopping, it's difficult to grab objects out of reach independently. So each person has their limits. We don't think much about the implications of everyday life, such as getting dressed or picking up a pencil. So we decided to use our tools and skills to develop something that will improve the life and independence of others.
So we asked ourselves the question, how might we help people with limited upper body movement increase mobility in order to improve independence?
And this is the solution that we made. It's called the Myoelectric Reacher. It uses a myoelectric or muscle sensor, which takes the flexing of the muscle and turns it into data for the Arduino, which is essentially the mind or the motherboard of the system. That is then sent to a servo motor, which is a special type of motor that can turn 180 degrees to open and close the head of the grabber. The head of the grabber is wide, so you need little precision to use. Attached to it is a telescopic plastic rod made of two plastic dowels of different diameters that can slide between each other. And at the top is the elastic band keeping the whole device on comfortably and securely. And this is the device being used. On the left, you can see the head of the device opening and closing, and on the right, you can see the muscle sensor turning the servo motor by the flexing of the muscle. This is how we use this amazing technology in only 3 weeks. Imagine what we could do with 3 months.
People with limited mobility do not want to be pitied or thought of as lesser because they experience a lack of independence. So we created a product that is compact and lightweight to help in a major aspect of life.
So these are our top competitors. One is the reach extender, which is controlled by the user's hand movements with a target audience of people who have mobility but difficulty reaching objects with a market price of around $20 to $40. And also prosthetics, which are just expensive limbs for amputees with a market price of around $8,000 to $10,000. The bioelectric reacher, however, is unlike anything on the market because it combines the best aspects of both the reach extender and prosthetics. There is no in between to help someone like, in our case, Casey, because she's unable to use the reach extender due to her limited mobility, because she's unable to grip things with her hands, and then prosthetics are just unnecessary for her situation.
So the best way we can sell and advertise our product is by reaching out to organizations in contact with the limited mobility community, such as doctors and physical therapists. However, after doing research and discussing with an angel investor, we learned that insurance companies can shut down products that are deemed too unnecessary or expensive. So another option we have is to sell on Amazon, as it has many users and our product is more likely to be found. However, Amazon takes a cut of sales, meaning we'd have to raise our prices.
And as for our sales and revenue, we're looking at $60 to $120 to produce the product. At profit margins of 75 to 100%, we're looking at a consumer price point of $105 to $240. This price point is because of initial costs such as manufacturing, distribution, and other initial costs like 3D printing. This price point still keeps us 80 times cheaper than a prosthetic.
Thank you for listening, and remember, the myoelectric reacher, mobility redefined.
Great, thank you. Questions from our judges? Nick.
Great presentation. This really fills a need, and I was really excited about the prototype you showed. So congratulations on putting that together. Do you have any thoughts on how many people could benefit from this product?
Yeah, we did research on that. So it's about 13% of Americans find themselves in a wheelchair. So 13% of Americans could use it. And that's about 38 million people just in the United States.
Great, thank you.
One more question from a judge? Bill?
So you compare yourself obviously to the prosthetics industry, which is super expensive. And we did some work in manufacturing that at my last job, working with an entrepreneur. But on the other side of it is the reacher that you showed that is about a $20 item. What is your real differentiator between that $20 to $25 item and yours is coming in $200, $250? What's the value that you're going to sell to the customer that is the differentiator there?
So really the big difference there, I know I've had family that's had to use just those little reach extenders. My grandfather had a quadruple bypass after a massive heart attack. And he could barely use that reach extender because he just couldn't get the strength in his hand to close it completely. So instead of relying on your ability to close your hand, it's just a small flex of the muscle that can open and close that head.
Thank you all.
Awesome. Great job, Gig City Enhancements. We'll go ahead and let the judges put in their scores, and we will get hidden suspense on deck. So if you have a presentation, go ahead and start sharing that, and we'll let you know when to start. Okay, whenever you're ready, a thumbs up. Got one, got two. Got three, got four. All right, hidden suspense whenever you're ready.
Ladies, do you spend way too much time constantly pulling up your leggings at work or working out? It's embarrassing, and it always happens at the most inappropriate times. Created with precision and ladies of all shapes and sizes in mind, Hidden Suspense is the perfect solution to keeping your bra pulled down and your leggings pulled up. Greetings from Southwest Virginia and Grundy High School. I'm Kirtland Thomas, and I'm the creator of Hidden Suspense. As a member of the Lady Wave volleyball team, the idea of Hidden Suspense came about when myself and my teammates kept complaining about pulling up our leggings in the middle of our workouts. It was such a problem. Later that evening, I went and I talked to my mom. She told me that she had the exact same problem. She's a special education teacher, and she's up and down all day. She loves wearing her leggings to work, but it's such a hassle keeping them pulled up. What lady doesn't like wearing black leggings with everything? So the idea of Hidden Suspense was born. Hidden perfectly under your clothing, small suspenders with extra protection and the support of elastic bands to ensure the suspenders stay in place. They connect to the bottom of your bra and the top of your waistband to keep your favorite leggings up. No worries, there's no need to keep buying expensive leggings. Hidden Suspense connects to all leggings. No matter if they're old and torn, they'll connect to any leggings or yoga pants, old or new, and keep them perfectly in place. Now I know what you're thinking. They make high-waisted leggings that are marketed to hold everything in place and stay up. But my question is, what are your thoughts about wearing leggings that cut off your circulation, feel like they're digging into your skin, and it feels like you can't even breathe in them? Yeah, I know, that does not sound comfortable at all. High-waisted leggings and yoga pants were not made for comfort. Let's face it, leggings and yoga pants are supposed to make you feel comfortable. They were made to move and breathe in, which is exactly why Hidden Suspense is the perfect accessory to pair with any of your favorite leggings or yoga pants. In fact, Hidden Suspense is the first and only mini suspenders guaranteed to keep your leggings up. So hopefully I have your attention. Let's talk marketing and distribution. Initially, social media campaigns on all major platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook will be our first order of business to spread the word about. It is our first hope to connect with brand influencers to show off everyday working women, teachers, moms, and women of all shapes, sizes, and ages performing everyday activities while wearing Hidden Suspense under their clothing. We don't need celebrities to show off our product. We want women to see everyday women wearing Hidden Suspense and loving the results of feeling confident wearing our product. Through social media and word of mouth will be our main focus. We will also take our brand to market at various fitness and fashion events and talk about our product in person there. As for distribution, we will begin selling our product online and with a few local boutiques here in Southwest Virginia. We are partnering with a local seamstress to help us create a prototype who will also be in charge of marketing initial products for sale. We hope to sell through our website, Amazon, and all those local boutiques. We project that e-commerce will account for 85% of its sale during the first 3 years. As of our brand growth, we will have to investigate other production avenues to support a higher volume of sales. I'm asking you today for your support to help source more economical production and help provide us access to retail outlets across the country. In terms of revenue, we hope to sell 25,000 units our first year of operation and hope to increase our sale by 30% during the second year. One unit costs approximately $325 to produce. Based on a survey results from ladies within our target market, we will mark up the cost of the product by 175%, selling Hidden Suspense for just under $9 a unit. With that being said, our projected income the first year of operation is $223,500 and $290,550 during the second year of operation. Looking at projected expenses, each unit cost about $325 to produce. At 25,000 units the first year, our projected expenses is $81,250. Employees' expenses at approximately $51,000, and miscellaneous expenses are approximately $5,000. Projected expenses are at $137,250. Using projected income and expenses, the projected revenue for the first year comes to $86,250.
I'm sorry, honey, we got to cut you off. You're at your 5-minute cap. Judges, questions? Nick?
I'm afraid you're bad luck to have 4 male judges on this product. So it sounds really interesting, but have trouble relating to it. Can you talk a little bit about how you came to the numbers in your projections?
Well, we kind of came up with, we need the elastic bands to create the thing, the hidden suspense, the product itself, and all the metal clasps and stuff as well. We would also come up with the idea. We also surveyed women to find out what they kind of wanted to spend on a product like this. So that's how we came out with the just under $9. And we came up with the $325, which is like labor and like all the costs to make it.
Thank you.
James?
First off, I really appreciate that you had an ask for us, that there was actually something that you wanted us to do or contribute. So you were asking for distribution assistance, but that's looking at growth. So if I could take a step back from growth and ask you, in your current state with this idea, what is the next thing that you need? Whether it's prototyping it, whether it's testing it with the market, what is the next thing logically that you need to do with your business right now before you can get to the growth stage?
I definitely think I do need to make a prototype and maybe produce like a small amount of them and give them to like my close friends just to try them out, just to see if they like it. And once they like it, once I get good reviews on it, I want to launch it further.
Awesome. Look out, Sarah Blakely, right? So next female billionaire coming up.
Thank you. Thank you, Hidden Suspense. We really appreciate it. You did a great job. And we're going to go ahead and give the judges time to score. And let's get 9 Lives phone case on deck.
Thank you guys for your time.
Hi, guys. Hang tight till we get the judges, okay? All right, I'm seeing Bill's ready. Nick's ready. Russ, how are you doing? Ready? James, ready. Okay, whenever you are ready, 9 Lives.
First off, thank you for having us today to listen to our pitch. Now I'm going to introduce you to our team. I'm Madison, and I'm the CEO of 9 Lives. Next is Emma. She's the chief of engineering. We also have Emily. She has the connections to get our business rolling. Finally, we have Andre. He's our business person. He takes care of the expenses and deals with the money. You may remember us from last year, but we're back and even better this year. So now I'm going to introduce our typical customer. Our typical customer would be active, young to middle age, and would like a folio style phone case. Last year, OtterBox noticed our pitch and ideas, so we set up a meeting with the chief of engineering. We talked with him, and he gave us some tips about how to model the phone. And now with the help of weighting, spring, and servicing technology, your phone, like a cat, always lands on its feet, not its face. Now to address the problem. Phones are cracked all the time, but how? Research shows that 79% of cracks are from drop phones, and an additional 48 are from where the phone falls out of a pocket. So how do we help this problem? I'm gonna let Emma tell you a little bit about how the phone case works.
As Madison said, we're targeting young, active people, and with an active lifestyle, they tend to need extra protection for their stuff. Our phone case is a folio-style fold-over screen flap with wallet-style credit card storage, thus being perfect for active people who like to keep their lives compact. One of the main elements of our phone case are the springs enclosed in the fold of the folio phone case. These become tense when folded away from the screen, and in the case of it slipping out of your hands, snap shut. Another safety precaution we developed is a small bar weight in the spine of the phone case. This weighs the phone down, so if dropped, it is more likely to land on its back, thus protecting the screen from cracking. We differentiate ourselves from our competitors, who would be major corporations like OtterBox and Spigen, with our use of sorbitane and other unique elements that go into constructing our products. Sorbitane is a shock absorbent material we use, while other companies are known to use foam, rubber, and plastic. With that, I'm going to hand it over to Emily, and she's going to tell you about competition and manufacturing.
Hi, as Emma said, being in the phone case business, we have some pretty stiff competition, having to compete with worldwide phone case companies like OtterBox, Casetify, Rink, and Spigen. But we use a few unique materials like springs, sorbitane, and weighting technology, which gives us a leg up from our other competitors. When getting started, I talked with my uncle, who was the former vice president and owner of Costa Del Mar sunglasses. He has patented quite a few products, and he helped us on going forward with our own. We also looked into having other phone case companies manufacture our products in bulk, utilizing other companies' factories, like OtterBox, which is how we plan to create our phone case and make it marketable. We plan to advertise online through companies like YouTube, Spotify, Instagram, and others. We also want to focus on outdoor and active lifestyle sites. This would target our customer audience and direct them to our website where they can purchase our products. We plan to sell online and distribute through the mail. Now I'm going to pass on to Andre to tell you about revenue and our costs.
Now I'm going to explain our revenue and prices. We use a strong material called sorbitane, which is a shock and bounce resistant substance, which costs us about $6.50 for a full strip of sorbitane, which makes us about 4 phone cases. Other costs would include silicone, springs, weights, manufacturing, advertising, labor, warehousing, and a waterproof bendable plastic sheet, coming out to a total cost of $16.63. We would sell our phone cases for $40 to $50 per unit. We estimate approximately $25 per phone case, including warehousing and advertising revenue. 9 Lives would sell these phone cases and ship them in boxes ordered and custom designed off a website called Eco Enclosed. In the interest of being as plant friendly as we could possibly be. I'll pass it on to Madison for the closure.
Thank you for choosing us to be a part of this amazing opportunity. You guys will be the first ones to accredit it when we are in a worldwide business. Choose 9 Lives,
so your phone lands on its feet, not its face.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. It's so awesome to see the improvements from our spring competition last year. So I'll open it up to judge questions. Bill?
Yeah, just trying to understand the mechanics of It's like a bifold device. I didn't understand where the springs came in and what the springs did and what your differentiator was there on some of the already, bifold, billfold kind of protectors that are on the market.
Okay, well, I'm gonna let our Chief of Engineering, Emma, answer that question for you. All right, so if you've heard of the folio phone case before, it's a phone case with a screen flap over it that folds over to the screen. So in the spine of that fold, there would be springs that become tense when folded back. And if you drop it, they'll just stop shut.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions from the judges for 9 Lives? Or feedback? I'd like to give one more if possible. James?
Could you paint me a picture of who your ideal customer is? Give me some basic demographics you're targeting.
Well, I'll talk about that. So they're really active and they're always wanting to do something, but they're worried about their phone. They're middle-aged, so usually that age group likes to go out and do something. But I know if I went out and did something, I would be worried about my phone. So our phone will protect it no matter what. And they also like a folio style phone case, so they would like how the phone case also looks. And they would also have a wallet so they could keep their stuff in it too.
Thanks.
No problem.
Great job, 9 Lives. We're gonna go ahead and give our judges time to score and we'll get Patchworks all set up and ready to be on deck. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bill, I think that's your vibrating phone, if you wouldn't mind muting in between. Thanks. All right, got a thumbs up from Russ. Got a thumbs up from Nick. Bill, you good? I might have missed a thumbs up. Okay. James, how about you? Perfect. Okay, whenever you're ready, Patchworks.
So you've all heard of, so you've come into some extra money and you want to treat yourself to something nice. So you decide to go to an online tailor website. You're greeted with beige pantsuits, gray pantsuits, and just more pantsuits. So you don't want to spend your money on this. You want something that you can have fun with, something that you wear outside of the office. So as you've experienced, well-made, personally tailored clothing is not available in a variety of options. You need my company, Patchworks. Patchworks provides customers with a broad selection of specially tailored clothing items and the opportunity to design clothing items themselves. So we want people that are in their late 20s to their early 50s that receive a middle to higher income, shop for clothing online, express themselves through their physical appearance, and value sustainable fashion. So when you arrive at our website, you will see this page. You will enter your zip code and click go. You will be directed to a page where you can choose a tailor that is from your local area. You can read about them, see how far they are from you, what they like to do. Then you will select a tailor. Then you will make it to this page where you click the template for the clothing item that you would like to design.
So if you select that template, you can come down here and you can select a color for your item, select the measurements. Our measurements are what make your clothing item truly tailored to you. So the customer will place their order. And as I've shown you before, the customer selects the tailor that they would like to support. Then the item is designed on our online platform and the order is placed by the customer. The order details are sent to the tailor and then the tailor will make the item. The tailor receives a shipping label. The tailor prepares the item and ships it to the customer. The customer receives the item and the customer will rate the tailor. So since we are a drop ship business, our revenue system is a little bit different than other businesses. The tailor that makes a product will give us a wholesale price. We will purchase the item from them. Then we will add a 30% markup to cover the cost of our expenses, shipping, and profit. Then we will make our profit solely from product sales. So to get started, we need a small base of potential customers, a collection of data to reflect on the process, a simple website consisting of basic features, and we need to research and approve materials and contract with our tailors to ensure the quality of our clothing. Monetarily, we need a domain name for $18.99, a website host, app development, and technology to start our business. That brings us to $10,329 for our startup costs. So to keep going, we need a consistent network of tailors and customers, partnerships with fabric brands and the USPS, and website and technology maintenance. Monetarily, we need technology and website maintenance. We need to rent a small office space. We need emergency funds set aside, and our utilities are included in our monthly rent, and we need to keep paying for that website host. So ongoing would be $2,261. That's $61,000. And our advertising and marketing, we will advertise mainly on Instagram because that's what our target market uses, through a company Instagram page to keep our users interested. Also through Facebook and mailings. This is what a mailing might look like, and this is what an advertisement on our social media might look like. So we do have some competition, which would be M. Taylor, Tom James, and mass market retailing stores. Lots of these only cater to men, and we cater to all genders, and they're all business specific. Mass market retailing is convenient, but you lack the personalization. So we have quality clothing. Our clothing is made by local tailors, and our clothing lasts longer and reduces waste in landfills. We also want to solve the problem of 16 million tons of clothing waste are sent to the landfill annually. We can provide a solution to this by creating clothing that is purchased thoughtfully and not impulsively, so it would be kept by the customer longer and it's less likely to end up in the landfill. If you invest in my business today, I could purchase the website host and the domain name to get a very simple website started to test my process. Thank you for your time.
Great job, Patchworks. Questions from the judges? Nick?
Really interesting idea. I think there's a lot of problems today that your company could solve. But could you talk more about your customers? You describe them as people who have extra money hanging around. I don't know a lot of people that have extra money. Tell me who these folks are.
So these will be people that do have a higher income that really care about clothing and how they present themselves. It really isn't for just like everybody, I guess. Like I personally don't even know if I would be able to use the website, but I do know a lot of people that could, though, that really do appreciate. And like I mentioned before, people that do come into extra money, maybe they don't have a steady high income, but they do come into extra money and they want a specific piece of clothing that they've really put some thought into and that they really enjoy. They would be more likely to pay more for an item if they really like it.
James?
So it's hard to appreciate this through Zoom, but as a 6'4" guy, okay, and finding clothing that fits well is always super, super difficult. But my question is, so how many tailors do you need in order to actually make this a true market, if you will, so that for a customer who comes to this, who wants to support tailors that I want to support, how many do you need in order to make that relevant? And how do you plan on going about and soliciting and securing those tailors?
So I would first start out trying to get people that sell on Etsy and stuff like that, because they really want to sell clothing too, but anyone can go out and sell it like on the side. These would be people that would like to do it all the time because the customer demand would be there. And so there's lots of these people out there that would really like to do it full time. And that would be the tailors that we would want. To really start up and get it going, I would want at least like 5 or 6 tailors scattered through the communities that we think would be most likely to purchase our products. I know that I thought about that if maybe a community doesn't have a tailor, if it's a really small community, but someone wants to purchase something from there, maybe you could enter like a zip code of, someone you have family that lives somewhere off and you would like to support their community as well. So we would always want to have a tailor there regardless of zip code so that we wouldn't turn away business.
Thanks.
Okay, final question, Russ.
So you partially answered my question in your last response. Thank you. And I have the opposite problem from being 6'4". I have a very long torso and no legs, and my daughters inherited that. And so getting clothing for themselves is always a challenge. If they had legs that matched their body, they too would be 6'4", James, but they are not. I think this is a perfect connection for the gig economy. This taps into people who may not be well suited for creating their own websites and the gig economy themselves, but to be able to do this. And I would just encourage you to look both domestically and internationally for those tailors. I think this is the kind of thing that it should not be limited just to the US, because if you're going to jump in, this is the kind of business that could scale very quickly if you play your cards right.
Great, thank you, judges. Thank you, Patchworks. Go ahead and get your scores in and we'll get Peach STEM on deck. And we're at the past the halfway mark, folks. So we have 7 teams left here. Okay, we'll let you know when to go. You want to make sure you're unmuted. And then I will, if you're at that 1 minute, I've been starting to add a spotlight there just so you know when you're at the 1 minute mark. I'll keep an eye out for the judges when you're ready. Nick, it looks like you might be ready.
Let's maybe move that.
Russ is ready. Bill, how are you doing? Not yet. 1 more minute.
Got a little bit of stick.
Feels good. James, are you all set or you need a little bit more? Okay. All right. Whenever you're ready, Peach Tim.
You hear us okay?
Yep. Can hear you great.
I'm Mackenzie. I'm Kate. And I'm Julian. As an autistic person, I face a lot of unique struggles throughout my life. I face misinformation, stigmatization, and infantilization. It exists for me, and a lot of people in the autistic community agree. We created a survey to reach out to other autistic people in our community about their educational experiences, and the ages range from 13 to 48. And we found a common ground on one specific question. Are there things you wish people understood about autism? And each person wished they were just understood as different. We are Peach STEM, and we asked the question, how might we assist overly stimulated autistic people convey emotions to effectively educate peers and teachers? The problem comes from the misinformation and stigmatization surrounding autism. Few people even know what stemming is. It's
a repetitive movement or sound that helps someone, in particular a person with autism, be more present in their environment. You might recognize or even do some common stems yourself, such as biting your fingernails or tapping around with a pencil. Unfortunately, a lot of stems, some more are hand clapping or rocking back and forth, are often seen as misbehavior in a classroom setting. In reality, these are the exact things helping a person to focus. Such as fidget cubes and spinners have been banned from classrooms for being labeled as disruptive. This has negatively affected the autistic community and creates more of a stigma towards stimming. Along with stimming being labeled as disruptive, the nonverbal aspect of autism is seen as defiance. Nonverbal means to not be able to vocalize your thoughts or feelings, and even if it's not permanent, it can happen to any overstimulated autistic person. According to healthline.com, 30% of children with autism are nonverbal. We at PeachSTEM focus on helping autistic students K through 12 with use of informational cards stored inside of our solution, the Peach Box. Different nonverbal cues such as hungry or thirsty, and other cards have QR codes for family, teachers, and peers. Please direct us to our website where we explain exactly what autism and stemming are. Open the door on the box and take out the card corresponding to whoever you want to show, such as a teacher or a parent, and have them scan the code with their iPhone camera. The QR code leads to info sections on our website catered specifically to whoever plays a role in the user's life. The Peach Box will be sold on our website, which we will get the word out through our social media as well as our community partners. We are currently in contact with 2 co-directors at Triad, the Vanderbilt Treatment and Research Center for Autism Spectrum Disorders. We also have an Instagram page which we will showcase our product and get the word out about PeachSTEM's mission. In the STEM market, such as Anti-Labs, Fidgetland, and Brainright, only address the fidgeting needs of those with autism, with their fidget toys sold from $10 to $15 each. These also aren't marketed or made for those with neurodivergence. The Peach Box takes the fidget cubes, keys, and gyrings made by these companies a step further with our direct focus on autistic students. Rather than paying for a one-size-fits-all solution, Peach Box provides a stimming aid, nonverbal aid, and easy access to site information. Our solution has something new happening on every side with a variety of textures, buttons, and switches. The pastel light color palette and the lighting system provides a good way to express sad, happy, or angry emotions. Even the box can hold personal belongings, and this box will be $30, excluding shipping fees. We want to separate ourselves from the competition in the future by creating easy accessibility with lanyards while also creating a box that the user can customize. We also plan on selling customized cards that you can put your own name on and describe your personalizations and happiness that bring in your life. The individualized and educational focus of PeachSTEM breathes a new breath of fresh air into the STEM toy market. With a product designed and created by the community it's aimed to serve. Thank you.
Great job, guys. I did have a little bit of trouble hearing occasionally, so I'm not sure if the judges had that, but we'll allow a little bit more time for clarification if you had any questions about anything that was said. So judges, questions? Bill?
I lost the audio almost completely when you were talking about the app, and it looked like a QR code that was going to take you. I couldn't hear that at all. So I'm not sure what that functionality was related to the cube that was later presented. If you could explain that. I'm sorry, it just cut out on me there.
Oh, no worries. So what it is we have different cards with QR codes, which they each have different sections on the website we made that direct to sections for family, teachers, or peers, where we specifically educate people on what autism and stemming are. That way, the user doesn't have to keep explaining themselves, and rather they can just hand someone a card and then it's all explained for them.
Okay, Nick?
Thanks. So you mentioned early about one of the comparison products, the fidget spinner, that has been banned from classrooms. And can you describe again, and again, you may have said it, the audio cut out, but why were those products banned from classrooms, and what are you doing differently that will change things for your product?
So those products were considered very disruptive because a lot of students were buying them and treating them as almost like a collective item, like a collector's item. With our product, we actually have a much larger box, which we will be able to transport easily with lanyards and such. And it's more specified and more like concerning neurodivergency and like autistic people. And it helps bring in that community, and it sets like a standard for who will be able to use it and who wants to buy it, stuff like that.
Thank you.
On our product as well, silent buttons that can be fidgeted with, even if teachers really don't want sound, there's also that silent option.
Great. Any final questions from the judges? Okay. All right. Thank you, Peach STEM. We'll go ahead and get our next business on deck. So that will be Perfect Fit. And judges, please submit your scores for Peach STEM. So Perfect Fit, if you have any, yep.
Can you hear us?
Yes. Yes. I am gonna get a lot. We need to turn off mute on another device.
Turn off mute or on?
Turn mute off. We don't have any mute on.
Okay, hold on. I'm getting a lot of echo when I talk. Jen, any thoughts on what that could be? It seems like it went away.
I'm looking to see. Yeah, I was gonna say, I think it went away. I think it's between the computer that's there and the second computer that's there and the sound that's coming from the speaker. So let's try and see.
Stopped.
We may have a little lag. We have one student in quarantine coming in via Zoom.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't hear it any longer, so it may have taken care of itself.
Okay, perfect. All right, we'll keep an eye out for the judges and I'll let you know when to start. Russ, it looks like you're good. Okay.
Students will pause if there is a bell. We are in a school setting, so if a school bell goes off, we will pause, or they will pause, and then they will continue after the bell ringing.
Okay, we won't hold that against you on your time. And Nick, it looks like you're good. James, how about you? Okay, whenever you're ready, Perfect Fit.
Hello, my name is Cameron Bishop, and my partner's name is Tatum Cox, and she is in quarantine, so she's on Zoom today. Our business is the Perfect Fit, and our product is the shoe that always fits. Who are our customers? Our target customers are going to be children ages 6 through 14. The average individual experiences the most foot growth from the age 6 to 14. In research, we found that at age 10, 90% of girls' feet are done growing and 80% of boys. We want the shoe to last a few years after their foot growth ends, hence why our target age goes up to 14.
Our problem and solution. Our problem is that parents are constantly having to spend money on shoes as our child's foot progressively grows. The solution is that we will provide a shoe that grows with their foot. Therefore, it will continue to fit their foot as it grows.
This is what we plan for our shoe to look like. It will be expandable on both sides, front and back. We will start off with pink, gray, turquoise, and blue as our colors, and we hope to expand the colors as our business grows.
Our competition. We currently do not have any other company providing a product that can do what ours can do. But we do have competition with companies like Tom's, for example. Tom's also gives a pair of shoes to a child in need every time one is purchased, which is what we plan on doing as well. So we plan to do the buy a pair, give a pair.
Our unique selling proposition. Our shoe grows with the consumer's foot, therefore they won't have to buy new shoes when they can't afford to. Our 7 unique selling propositions will be growth, comfortability, they'll be easy to use, water-friendly, durable, sustainable, and vegan-friendly. Our most unique selling proposition will be growth, with 5 sizes of expansion, front, sides, and back. They will be comfortable, and attention paid to the smallest details empowers maximum comfort. They'll be easy to use with just simple adjustments, allowing for user-friendly growth. They will be water-friendly, using to hike, swimming, or in the rain with no worries. They will be durable and can last for years, even if kids are hard on them. They will be sustainable. 1 pair of X sandals replaces 3, 4, or more other shoes. And they will be vegan-friendly and made without any animal products.
For our message and marketing, we plan to market through social media marketing, paid ads, and email subscriptions. With this marketing, we plan to sell 90 shoes in the first 3 months. Our motto is 1 shoe a day. We plan to use social medias such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok.
Our distribution. The customer will provide us with their address and we will ship it to them. The package will have a review link to our website inserted in them. Therefore, our customers can give us feedback on our product.
Our revenue. For our revenue, we plan to get it through our first sales, continued sales, subscriptions to new styles, and accepting donations for the buy one, give one.
What we need to get started. We will need the cost for materials to make the shoes, the cost to start minimum social media marketing, the cost for packaging products. We will only hire ourselves until the business grows, so that when we hire, we will have money to pay our employees. The cost for a team of mechanical engineers, design experts, and supply chain managers to work together and create a polished prototype. Our startup revenue will begin with us applying for young entrepreneurship grants.
What we need to keep going. We will need the materials to make the shoes, sponsors, employees, maximum social media marketing, subscribers, and business collaborators. We hope as we grow to soon collaborate with bigger brands such as Nike, Adidas, Under Armour, LL Bean, and Columbia.
We are welcoming to any advice you all may have on helping us market our product. Thank you for your time, and we hope Perfect Fit will be in your home closet soon.
Great, thank you, ladies. Any questions from the judges? Bill, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, so I understand that they will have the side and back will be adjustable. How do you deal with the foot pad itself? What would be your solution? You know, if the child is a size 6 and you buy a size 6, obviously you can expand the straps around it, but that foot pad itself is going to be your issue. How do you address that in their growth?
We plan to give like each size in the box, just that comes with the shoe. So let's say a kid goes from a 6 to a 7, they will have a foot insert that they can put in it. That will go with their foot as well.
Thank you.
Okay. One more question or comment from the judges? James?
So I love that you're thinking about partnerships. there's a concept called planned obsolescence. So you think about, there's a light bulb that still exists that was created over 100 years ago, but there's a reason why light bulb companies don't make that a standard practice. Now I've got a 7-year-old son and his feet grow super fast, but at the same time, those shoe companies know that they're not going to make shoes to last a super long time. He goes through some shoes. And so how do you plan on making your product durable enough? And also, how do you have a plan on how you could kind of manage that expectation from your partners too, that they plan on selling shoes after shoes after shoes. So the idea of a single shoe that lasts for a long period of time and grows with the child, how would you sell that to a partner?
We are planning to maybe explain to them that a lot of people are going to want to buy a shoe that grows with your foot. So we're hoping that they will see that they would sell a lot of those shoes to a lot of people, because not everyone wants to pay $60 for a new pair of shoes every time their foot grows. So I'm hoping that they will see that they will sell a lot of those shoes just because people want to buy those shoes, so that they don't have to buy as many as they would normally.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Great job, girls. Thank you. The perfect fit. We're going to go ahead and get Rockets, Drive-In, and Diner on deck. Judges, please go ahead and put your scores in. Okay, looks like Russ is ready. How's everyone else doing? Bill's ready. Nick's ready. James is ready. Okay, whenever you're ready, Rockets, Drive-In, and Diner.
My name is Liberty Warden, and I've designed a business. It's called Rockets, Drive-In, and Diner. I found that there are very few restaurants, yet alone hangouts that stay open past sunset. There have been countless days when I've just gone home and paced around the house because I had no place to go with my friends after school. This lack of entertainment in Cherokee County, North Carolina leaves people, especially teens and young adults, with nothing to do. Some of these people turn to drugs and alcohol in hopes of finding a crutch for their boredom. This sense of boredom relates to the nearest distance to the drive-in, because young adults are inexperienced drivers and are uncomfortable driving long distances, especially at night. To solve these problems, I plan to open a business called Rockets Drive-In and Diner. It's a 50s style diner with a dual drive-in screen. Rockets Drive-In and Diner will be positioned near the high school, which is just a few minutes from the Murphy Town Square. My business will help prevent boredom-related drug and alcohol abuse by providing a source of entertainment as well as a great, safe, drug-free place to hang out. Rockets Drive-In and Diner will be open from 11 a.m. until midnight, which will also solve the problem if there are few restaurants open past sunset. Rockets Drive-In and Diner will primarily target teens and young adults. They will enjoy the food, movies, and sweets while hanging out with friends. Cherokee County, North Carolina has an age gap, so most of the population is either a young adult or over 50, so there are very few places for a young adult to hang out, which is one of the shortcomings of our county. There are over 4,500 teens in Cherokee County. Currently, most of them have to travel over winding rural roads that are also inhabited by the local wildlife to find a source of entertainment. Young adults are inexperienced drivers, so they will be more comfortable coming to Rockets Drive-In and Diner, which is located in their own town. Rockets Drive-In and Diner has many unique values, namely the vintage experience. My business will be a place where vintage style meets modern entertainment and high quality meals. You will not only be purchasing a night of fun, but also a meaningful and unique experience. Rockets will not only serve great meals, but also deliver them to your car during the movie. Therefore, you won't have to miss a minute of the movie to get your meal. Rockets will have 2 movie screens situated on one double-sided structure. These screens will show 2 different double features. My business will bring a welcoming hangout, a great drive-in, and quality food to the area, things that other restaurants and theaters just don't have. My valued customers will purchase their tickets and meals and receive them in a few minutes. Customers will also be able to call ahead and order meals for pickup or to make drive-in reservations. Food can be delivered to a customer's car when they're in the movie lot, which will help reduce lines and ensure a truly vintage experience. Rockets Drive-In has a competitive advantage over other restaurants and theaters. Rockets will open later than other local restaurants, which give me the advantage of being able to serve customers that other restaurants have lost because they were closed. I will have the advantage of having 2 drive-in screens that will show 2 different double features. Rockets Drive-In and Diner will have 1 double-sided screen that will save on building costs. My closest competitor, the Swan Drive-In, is located 45 minutes to an hour from Cherokee County. The Swan Drive-In has 1 screen and only occasionally shows double features. Having a dual screen will allow me to attract more customers because Rockets will show a larger variety of movies compared to my competitors. At Rockets Drive-In and Diner, you won't have to pick a different restaurant because they close early or have to drive a long distance to find entertainment. The main revenue streams of Rockets Drive-In and Diner are car shows and special events, the diner, and the driving. During car shows and special events, I'll be making money from entry fees, ticket sales, and diner sales. Profit from the diner will be made on the sales of food, drinks, desserts, and snacks. Selling tickets and snacks during drive-in movies will also be a source of revenue for my business. On Fridays after football games, I will host student nights where movies are shown at a discounted price for the students of the area. To market my business, I will invest in flyers to hand out at school events and car shows, billboards to attract tourists, and social media ads to reach those who live in other parts of the county. My main message will be that Rockets Drive-In and Diner will provide quality food and entertainment at the right time for a great price. To start Rockets Drive-In and Diner, I will need a small restaurant on at least 6 acres of land, a double-sided movie screen, staff, food licensing, inspection certificates, delicious recipes, sources for quality ingredients, and effective marketing. In order to keep my business going, I will need hardworking employees, steadily growing sales, a variety of recipes, land for expansion, and a larger advertisement reach. Rockets Drive-In and Diner. Quality food and entertainment at the right time for a great price. Whether you came for lunch, dinner, or a movie, we'll have the quality entertainment, handmade meals, and unique experience that you desire. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Questions from the judges? Nick?
Great presentation, great idea. I think you're really hitting on a simple solution when you talk about the problem. all all the problems that young people can get into, there's often this simple solution that adults overlook, which is just give young people something to do. So congratulations on identifying that as a real solution. My question is really about the 50s drive-in, the whole idea. Can you talk about, have you talked to young people, your intended customers, about the reaction to the 50s vintage style and the whole experience that you're describing?
I can. Last year, I did this project for my entrepreneurship class in school, and I actually won first place in the People's Choice Award. So I was able to tell that this would be a great business because all the students at my school were on board with the idea.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, time for one more question from the judges. James?
So I didn't hear much about the revenue cost side of things, the financial flows. Still in this really weird COVID season where a lot of movie theaters thought that they were going to have to absolutely close their doors forever, weren't sure what their future looked like. I know a drive-in and a restaurant can be different from that. But any idea with regards to how many sales you would need to make in order to make this a sustainable business model? So in a given month, how many movie tickets or how many meals, et cetera, you would have to make in order to make this sustainable?
I don't have an exact number for that, but I would need to sell at least $100,000 worth of tickets and meals in order to, that's annually, in order to keep my business running.
Okay, good. It's a good start. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Rockets Drive-In and Diner. We'll go ahead and give the judges time to score, and we'll get Safe Home Program or Home Safety Program all set up on deck. You want to go ahead and share your screen if you need to and double check your tech.
Just let me know when I need to start.
Definitely. You can shake out your jitters.
I'm ready whenever you are.
We'll wait for the judges. I'll let you know as soon as they get their scores in. So it looks like we have Russ. Looks like we have Nick. Looks like we got Bill. And we got James. So whenever you're ready, you can go ahead and start.
Did you know that every 20 minutes, someone in the United States is physically abused by their partner? Or that over 20,000 calls are made a day to report abuse in a household? Or that 24.6% of women or 6.8% of men in college are assaulted in some way? Or have you ever been to a party and the designated driver is now in no shape to drive you home? And maybe you've had a flat tire and you had no clue how to change it and your dad won't answer his phone. Hello, my name is Madison Stiltner, and I'm here to introduce the Home Safety Program. The Home Safety Program, or the HSP, is an application that is made to help those in dangerous situations get the help they need as soon as they need, and if needed, discreetly. For people stuck in abusive circumstances, leaving isn't so easy due to financial overpower, Stockholm Syndrome, and so much more. HSP is a potentially life-saving app that allows victims to call for help at the touch of a button. Even if the situation isn't life-threatening, like if you have a flat tire or are stuck at a bar with no driver, it can help anyone and everyone, but our main audience is college students. If you or anyone you know is stuck in any kind of situation, whether it be life-threatening or simple and solvable, please don't hesitate to download our app. Once the app is downloaded, which will be available on both Apple and Android markets for free, you will have direct access to a hotline worker to speak about your situation. Once the hotline worker is aware of the situation, they will contact your area's police station and send them directly to your home. If the situation is dire and the application has the ability to contact 911 at the touch of a button, and as stated before, discreetly if necessary. Now you may be asking, if I download the app and my partner or parent goes through my phone, won't they see that I'm trying to leave them? We've thought this through and have developed our app to quickly be changed to a news screen if someone were to walk in. Nothing from the news or the hotline will be stored internally on the phone. It's very important that HSP should not take place of the authorities. HSP is not a replacement for 911. But in the legitimate emergency, press the 911 button on the app to connect to a proper dispatcher. Our main competition would be other crisis hotlines like Aspire, Bond, and the Trevor Project. In Southwest Virginia, our initial service region, none of these apps are being used. HSP started as and will always be a nonprofit hotline. And now you may be asking, well, if this hotline is going to be a nonprofit, how will you stay operational? While we hope to have donors, we will also sell space to businesses who are willing to pay for space on the newsfeed, and will have advertisements hidden throughout the app. While this will be initially, our advertising options will expand as our application service expands. To get started, we will need to create an app prototype for analysis and cost of creation. Then we will need to reach out to our developer teams to help us develop the app to be effective but discreet. While we do this, we'll look for people who might like to partner with HSP for advertisements and sponsorships. Through ratings and reviews, we plan to constantly update our app and make it the best we can to suit our customers. Looking at the cost to start off with a simple application development, we are looking to spend around $50,000 to get HSP developed, offered on both Apple and Android. Initially, we will be looking for investors like yourselves to buy into HSP and to help with the initial investment. To help promote HSP, we will then partner with local colleges and universities in our area to promote the download of our app development. Just in Southwest Virginia, we have a number of community colleges, Application College of Pharmacy and the Appalachian School of Law. While that may be our primary target market, this application will also appeal to high school students, mothers, daughters, fathers, sons, etc. Like Facebook and their development, before taking on a larger scale, we will test out the application initially in our local service region, focusing on Buchanan, Tazewell, and Russell counties. It is our hope that HSP is deemed successful, and then we will branch out to serve all of Virginia and then nationally. As we branch out and brand ourselves, there are more opportunities for development and partnership with our financial incomes. In today's society, many people tend to overlook signs of someone that either grew up or are stuck in an abusive, terrifying situation. Hearing people's stories of being in an abusive household, knowing that there was no one to help them, absolutely breaks my heart. And I want to help develop a way to help these people get out of these situations. Don't stray away. Download the Safe Home app today. Now, where do you come in? Today, I'm asking you to fund the initial investment of HSP to help launch the creation of the app. And I'm helping you to think of your daughters, your wives, sisters, your mothers, anyone you love and will invest with us today. HSP can and will save lives, and it's either a matter of life or death. Thank you.
Great job. Questions from the judges? Bill, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, just wanting you to go a little bit more into your revenue model. Obviously, if you're going to keep a staffed center somewhere or even remotely staffed, on-call assistance. Sorry, we're having a fire drill of some kind in my building here. There's going to be personnel costs associated with that. And how do you plan if the app is free and the services are free, the connectivity? What's your plan for keeping those people employed? You know, even if it's a nonprofit, you still have to have a revenue model. So what's your revenue model for that?
Firstly, we most likely have volunteers to work, but I'm very unaware of that situation, so I'll have to research that and get back to you.
All right, thank you.
One more question from the judges, a question or comment? Bill, do you need to go for the fire alarm? Are you okay? You're on mute, but Russ, why don't you ask your question and then.
Yeah, I actually do have to leave my building. So I don't know what to do here, but go ahead. Go ahead and we'll figure this out on the back end.
I was just going to ask if Bill could go ahead and download the app now. And so my question is actually on the user end. In terms of distribution, you mentioned the Apple Store and how people can download this. If they are in a situation where they're in an abusive relationship, it's also possible that their phones may be monitored in terms of what people are downloading, what kind of access they have to their phone, and even what kind of accessibility that phone has while they're in that situation. Is there a discrete way, or have you thought about a discrete way for people to access the app itself so that downloading it does not create any flags that might put them in any further danger?
Yes, I thought this through, and for the initial download in the App Store or through Android markets, it would look as just a news app. It wouldn't mention anything about being an abuse hotline, but it should have very few mentions, like very hidden items through the pictures, because again, through the App Store, you can see images of the app. So very discreetly, it could have an icon for contacting the authorities, but if you were to just give it a glance, you wouldn't be able to see it. But for standard, it would just look like a normal news app.
Thank you.
Great, thank you so much. We'll go ahead and let the judges put their scores in, and we will get Smart Syringe on deck. Great job.
Thank you.
Bill, are you good to stay? Did you confirm it's a test and not a real thing?
I'm the only person on the floor right now. Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna try and hold out and pretend that because I had earphones in, I didn't hear it. And if fire leaps out and you see me jump, then you'll know it's real.
Goodness. Okay.
I know. Oh my God. It was just like, download the app now. I was like.
Okay. Smart Syringe, are you there? We're gonna get you set up. Perfect.
Yeah, sorry. We're just trying to figure out how to share our screen with you guys.
Okay, I'm seeing it, so I think as long as you get your presentations up, you should be good.
It's behind the Zoom link.
Just start with.
There we go.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Let me start.
All right, and just hang tight until the judges are ready.
Okay.
Just to let you guys know, your volume's pretty loud, so it actually is distorting a little bit.
Oh, how do we? I don't know how to. I'll just speak quietly.
Yeah. Also, before we get started, Jonah, can you hear us?
I can.
Okay.
Okay, it looks like Russ is ready.
Is this what we're sharing right now? Yeah. Oh, can I see us?
James is ready. Nick is ready. Bill, are you okay? Are you ready if we go proceed? Okay, Smart Syringe, whenever you're ready.
Smart Syringe. Smart decisions start with us. I'm Lexi. I'm Trinity.
I'm Cece.
I'm Jonah.
And Line, Bree, and Trista couldn't make it for finals. So to start us off, to give you a bit of a backstory, many of us have been impacted by drug use and the misuse of needles. For me, drug abuse has caused me to bury my mother just this past summer, and we have another team member who has dealt with drug and needle misuse related problems in their family. Seeing this problem take over our lives, it has inspired us to take action. We care because we know the trauma that this issue can cause and will continue to cause if we don't make a change.
So a little bit
about our product. Our product is a single-use syringe that sabotages itself after a use. The syringe works completely normal, but after you push the liquid out, it will have a notch that will pull the needle and the tip of the syringe back in on further use. We reached a point where we got the question, what if they don't push it all the way? Well, I came up with the idea of having a small tab that is a bit longer than the plunger and it will connect before the plunger is all the way down. The plunger will still be able to move forward and then fully go down, pushing the liquid out, thus still achieving our goal of it pulling it all the way back in.
We developed this product because we have a problem that needs to be solved. The current design of the most commonly used needles leave the needle exposed after use and can lead to finger pricks, bodily injury, even death through the spread of bloodborne diseases.
Some statistics and facts. Syringe reuse is a worldwide problem that results in the transmission of millions of bloodborne diseases each year. According to the World Health Organization, 16 billion injections are given in the developing world. It is estimated that 6.7 billion are done with reused equipment. 40% of all new hepatitis C infections last year were caused by reusing needles, and the CDC estimates that approximately 385,000 injuries with contaminated needles and other sharp devices occur annually among hospital-based healthcare personnel. That's over 1,000 injuries a day. Many more occur in other healthcare settings, such as emergency services, home care, and nursing homes.
Why our product is better than competitors? Long story short, our price and design. Our competitor's single-use syringe still allows someone to break the plastic syringe and access the needle. For example, if you step on the syringe, it'll expose the needle inside. Our design creates a sealed protective barrier around the needle after it has been retracted. Even if someone actually steps on the needle or drops it and it somehow might break, it's still sealed in the protective layer. We also plan to use recyclable plastic, helping the environment and keeping our costs lower.
Okay, so next, who is our target audience? Our audience is pharmaceutical companies, healthcare providers, organizations that supply or sell needles or syringes to hospitals, medical facilities, and individuals. We hope our product success will eventually lead to only single-use syringes on the market so we can combat diseases and injuries caused by these exposed needles. And the inability to reuse needles equals deterrent for drug abusers as well. And that was another reason we created this.
So our finances for our smart syringe. The average cost to manufacture a smart syringe is about 10 cents per needle, but the needles will be sold in packets of multiple, whether it be 10 or 20s, 30s. Initially, our startup fees and overhead will limit our profits, but we will keep our costs as low as possible by relying on free counsel and grants. After patenting our product and developing a working prototype, we may pursue selling rights to manufacture our product and collecting royalties from profits that are gained.
Our next steps. After recently consulting with local business leaders and advisors, our next step is to create a working prototype. On January 27th, it has been confirmed that we will be consulting with experts in the fields of engineering and business to further develop our prototype. Any funds provided today will be used to create that prototype.
Change starts with us. We can't wish for a better world. We must take action and create one. As an investor of our company, you'll be a part of the change we all need to see in our communities, nation, and world. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Great job, guys. I'm going to throw it over to our judges for any questions. Also want to say thank you. I know you had some trouble with finals, so thanks for being here and being able to present.
Thank you very much.
Yep. Russ, you want to go ahead?
So first, my condolences to those of you who have had to deal with this firsthand. I think some of the best solutions are the ones that are born of people solving a problem that they've experienced. My question is, because I agree that this is a huge problem, why haven't the syringe companies already solved this problem? Why haven't they already done something like this?
We obviously, of course, we don't exactly know why a different business wouldn't want to do this. A big part of it is like the world can be such an evil, mean place. And a lot of the times people that have money, they just want more money. And we've saw this problem, especially since it has affected the people closest to us so like drastically that we want to be the ones to make that change if nobody else will.
Is this, as a follow-up, is this something that, have you discussed the possibility of developing this technology and licensing this to manufacturers that already exist?
Yes, we did talk about that with some of our people that we met with, and we were thinking about doing something like that.
Nick, you want to go ahead?
Sure, thank you. And thank you for really focusing on this real problem. You mentioned in your presentation that you don't have a prototype yet, but I'm really interested in your journey to this point where you recognize that what that this could be a solution, that there is a technical solution. And can you talk a little bit about how you got to the point where you feel that you could get to a working prototype?
Prior to COVID, we had made plans to go and work with a team of engineers and actually start our prototype. And of course, that got shut down because of the pandemic. But since then, we have stayed in contact. Half of our team, the ones that are taking finals, they are at a different school. So we've got split up halfway. And through that, we've had to like meet online and stuff. And while we were doing this, we have discussed the possibilities of like meeting with other people. And then we did, and we got to meet with some really like knowledgeable experts in the fields, and they've helped us get a real idea of where we're supposed to go and like what's the best next step for us personally. And it's been just a process of talking with these professionals and getting their expert opinions.
We had a 3D prototype printed, but unfortunately it was broke in the process of one of our competitions.
Yeah, and I believe Jonah and Lyden are in the process of making a new model using our school 3D printer.
Great, thank you.
Great, thank you all. I just want to applaud your bravery. As Russ said, this is very close to home, and we're proud of you for being here to pitch this idea with us today. We're going to go ahead and have the judges put your scores in, and we'll get teachers' pets on deck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Jackson City School, do you need to share your screen or anything here?
No, I think we should just be good to go off of our screen like this.
Okay, well, whenever, I'll let you know whenever we're ready, okay? Russ, it looks like you might be ready. Nick, how are you doing?
Mike's on super hot.
Bill, are you still safe? Okay. We got two more. All right, Nick, it looks like you're up. James just needs one more minute, guys, and then we'll be ready to go. That means you'll get good feedback. The judges are providing great feedback for everyone. Y'all are standing very straight. They say not to lock your knees out. All right, whenever you're ready, teachers' pets.
Hello, I'm Karen. This is Natalie, and this is Sam. We have a service in our school called Teachers' Pets. Teachers' Pets is a cleaning service where we go around cleaning offices and classrooms inside of our school to get money.
This is our 4th year of doing Teachers' Pets. We noticed that our business is in greater need in our school this year because of the worldwide pandemic. The virus known as COVID has caused a greater demand for our business, and we have to work harder to keep ourselves and the people in our schools safe.
The solution is simple. Teachers' Pets. Teachers' Pets has gone through intensive training by OSHA to clean safely and thoroughly. We clean from wall to wall and are not done until the customer is satisfied. We clean safely and thoroughly, especially during this pandemic, That way our school can stay clean and safe. When we first started Teachers Pets, we donated all of our fundings to the 9/11 program. But as our business has grown, we have decided to only donate 20% of our fundings to 9/11 and split the rest amongst us evenly. We plan the proper clothing and supplies to keep us and the people in our school safe. We do this because this is what our business is all about. We've been hired by our school's principal to clean our school, and our principal has signed a contract stating that we are being paid to clean classrooms and offices. Our prices range from $15 to $20. $15 for offices and $20 for classrooms, and we get paid by the hour. Our business has made over $2,000 throughout the years, and we've paid over 500 of that to the 9/11 fundings. And we are hired this year to clean 4 classrooms a week, making $80 total per week. The cleaning supplies that we use are certified to clean for COVID correctly and are being supplied by our school. We anticipate that our business will still be needed even as the virus is slowing down, because we've been hired by this year and next by our school, and not to mention it's always important to stay safe and clean. And this is our business, Teachers Pets. Do you have any questions?
Great job, guys. Any questions from our judges right off the bat? Bill?
Yeah, I think it's great. I think it's actually awesome that you took the opportunity that COVID presented, not just the being scared of COVID, but that's pretty amazing. Talk to me a little bit about how this has worked with your school and existing janitorial personnel, people who are already assigned to do this work, and any union engagement. Was there any pushback in that aspect of it?
I'll take this question. Whenever we first started our business, there was a shortage for janitors, and so we did this to help out with the teachers. And janitors only clean part of the room, and we clean from wall to wall and whatever the teachers ask us to do.
Very cool.
Okay, one more question or comment from the judges?
Yeah, I've got another one if nobody else does.
Yeah, I mean, keep going, Bill. You're good.
Yeah, yeah, I would be really interested in how you see yourself scaling this business. Is this something that could go forward? How would you market to other schools, and how would you begin to attract employees beyond the 3 of you?
We have been trying to expand. So if we do expand, we would obviously have to try and find some more people who would be willing to clean, and to reach out to other schools. We would probably go to them personally, and we'd have flyers around different schools, and we'd have things on social media.
Very cool.
Awesome. Thank you, Teachers Pets. And we're going to go ahead and let the judges put their scores in and get our last team on deck ready. So it'll be turn back time will be our last team.
Can you see my screen?
No.
Can you see my screen now? Okay. Weird. Rar. There we go. Okay. Do you see it now? Yeah. Okay. Can you hear us?
Yes. And you want to go ahead and hit present there so it's full screen for us. Yep. Okay. And then just hang tight until the judges are ready. Okay. Okay, Russ, it looks like you're ready.
Yes.
Bill's ready. Nick's ready. James, how are you doing? All right. Turn back time whenever you're ready. Go ahead.
Hi, my name's Charlie.
And I'm Caroline.
And this is our product, Turn Back Time.
Our inspiration. I've always enjoyed listening to my great-grandmother tell me the stories about our heritage, especially Native American culture. We always enjoyed doing crafts together, like cornhusk dolls. Anytime I was feeling stressed, crafting helped. My biggest regret is not spending more time with her. Now that she's no longer here, it made us think of a way to try to honor our ancestors the best way possible, by encouraging others to put down their devices and spend more time together.
Our product is a single purchase or monthly subscription to our Turn Back Time capsule, an engaging alternative to electronic devices. Each box will contain everything needed to make a local craft using items from nature. Also included will be detailed instructions about an educational lesson that complements the craft and a journal so families can write about their feelings and experiences. For example, one package will contain everything needed to make a cornhusk doll, information about Native Americans, and a journal. Another package will contain everything needed to make pinecone Christmas ornaments, educational information about the holidays around the world, and a journal topic of the month. Each month will feature a different craft, lesson, journal topic, or free write opportunity. Problem. According to recent data, 1 in 3 adolescents will experience an anxiety disorder. The numbers are rising annually. Anxiety can lead to many health problems such as depression, high blood pressure, lowered immune system, and much more. Many experts contribute the increase in anxiety to the amount of time spent on electronic devices and social media. KidsHealth.org suggests many ways to cope with the rise in anxiety are to communicate, spend time with your family, connect with nature, and focus on the good things. Our product, Turn Back Time, does all of this and more.
Our product is targeted towards a demographic that is primarily composed of families with children and young adults. Solution. Our product will have families communicating, expressing their feelings, making a craft they can feel good about, and learning at the same time. These are all key factors in reducing stress and anxiety. Best of all, no electronic devices are needed to complete the crafts or projects.
Marketing and distribution. We will market in local outlets such as our community art walk, flea market, mistletoe market, and Blue Ridge Artisan Show and Sale. We have a supply of Turn Back Time capsules so that potential customers could have a sample capsule. We already have mentors in the crafting business that sell at the above locations. We already sold crafts and jewelry in the past. For those who receive a sample capsule, we will ask that they promote our business on their personal social media sites as well in community forums. We would also market on social media sites like Pinterest, Facebook, Etsy, and Instagram. We also have a website we've already created. People ordering through the website will receive their product through the mail. We'll do price comparisons between USPS, UPS, FedEx, and ship using the cheapest method. Here is our website.
Our website is designed to let you look at different time periods and options for different prices. Oh God, it's not working. Okay. Competition. KiwiCo is a competitor that offers science experiments for kids. Our product is different because it is not science inclusive and is targeted towards a wider demographic. Little Passports, board games, and electronic games are also big competitors with our business. Our unique product utilizes natural resources, provides interesting educational lessons, and focuses on family time and communication.
Turn Back Time finances. For a one-time purchase, our total revenue would be $19.99 and our profit would be $12.75. For monthly subscription purchase, our total revenue would be $14.99 and our profit would be $7.75. Initially, we'll not pay ourselves, but as our business grows, we'll take the minimum wage salary from our profits.
Invest in our company and invest in the future. The majority of your investment in our company will be spent buying necessary materials for our products such as tape, glue, yarn, etc. We plan to donate $300 to the charities of our choices.
Thank you for your time and consideration.
Awesome. Great job, guys. Questions from our judges.
Do you see us now? The camera's off.
Russ, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, can you talk to us a little bit about how you'll source some of the materials for these items that you're going to be sending out. When you talk about some of these things, and especially natural resources, you might be talking about stripping cane or white oak or something that's pretty labor intensive. How would you go about that?
We live in a place with a lot of natural resources, and some of them are like pine cones that I have a bunch of around where we live, and grapevine, and just like painting rocks and stuff like that.
Also, every summer I work with my other great grandparents on their farm, so I'm used to hard work.
Okay. One more question from a judge? Question or comment? Nick, you want to go ahead?
Yeah, great idea. Could you talk a little bit? Have you had conversations with potential customers on this, and who they are and what they've said about this idea?
Well, our website, it's not completely working yet, but somehow it got leaked at our school and we already have like 2 orders.
We've also talked to customers that are younger than us and older than us, and went to local farmers markets to see if they would be interested, and we have got a lot of interest in our product.
Thanks.
Great job, ladies. We're going to go ahead and close our live pitches. I'm going to pull the judges into a breakout room and so we can give them some time, and we will be right back. We'll probably spend no more than 10 minutes max, so everyone can kind of shake out their jitters. You all did incredible. I'm really proud of all of the teams, and all of these are viable ideas. And so we'll go ahead and meet with the judges. So please accept the breakout room request, and we'll be right back. And Jen will be in charge of entertaining anybody that's remaining in the main space.
I asked Amber if I should sing, and she said yes, and that really wouldn't be a good idea. So let's see, what can we do while we're waiting? They're going all into the breakout room. All my businesses have their cameras off. Let's see, let's take a minute, kind of stretch, think about what just went on. Everybody, as Amber said, everybody did an amazing job. But someone, I'm going to pick random names on here. So someone from Beyond the Books, tell me what your favorite thing about this experience was. Oh, hi, Beyond the Books. Don't forget to unmute. You're muted.
I'm so sorry.
That's okay.
My favorite experience was probably getting to hear about what other people decided to invent.
Okay, that's excellent. Absolutely. So getting to hear the other businesses and their pitch information. Very good. How about you, Home Safe? You were just there. I saw you. Okay. What was your favorite thing about the experience?
I also liked being able to hear other people's like ideas and pitches and just wondering who's gonna win, who's gonna.
Sure. Okay. If we had to say what our least favorite thing about the experience, what would it be? I'm going to ask teachers' pets. They might have gone to stretch their legs somewhere. Just remember, if you want to talk, you have to unmute yourself. How about Rockets Drive-In and Diner? What was your least favorite thing about this experience?
It was really good, but I guess probably the short waits in between the pitches, I guess probably.
Okay, so while the judges were kind of putting their thoughts together. Yeah. So very good. Tell me, let me see. Tell me, hidden suspense, why you decided to enter this competition.
Well, ever since I was little, I always was interested in making commercials for just like random products that I had laying around the house because I mean, I've done theater my entire life, so I love speaking to people, I love performing for people, and I'm in FBLA, so I do a lot with business anyway, and I thought this was just like the perfect opportunity to do that.
Sorry, I accidentally muted you, hidden suspense. I didn't mean to do that. So what about Gig City Enhancements? You are an actor appearing on stage and screen. It looks like Hidden Suspense might be able to help you out with some of your commercials sometimes. So definitely exchange information there. I know that we have some of our teachers, mentors that were participating or listening in while your students were pitching. Anybody want to mute or unmute, I'm sorry, and tell us what you think about this experience for your students.
Miss Forrester.
Teacher's getting called on by the student.
They just literally put the computer out to my face.
I just asked the question if one of the teachers or the mentors would like to share about their thoughts about the students' experience with this pitch competition. Oh, you're muted. There you go.
Mute me, Cartland.
Got it.
My students. What a perfect opportunity for, in school so much, we're all about books and we're all about teaching to a test. So what a wonderful opportunity that we are giving students free reign to create something, pitch it to a lot of people they don't even know, something that they're excited about and they're passionate about it. And it's such a rewarding experience to watch them grow and to learn about cost, revenue, and expenses, things that they don't think about on a normal basis, and get excited. Because I mean, at the end of the day, this is the future. I mean, these are our future billionaires. These are the people, they're going to pay our Social Security someday, Jennifer. So I'm pretty what the future looks like.
Yes, and I
students were wonderful today.
Yeah, and I have to say that the ideas that just kind of came out of these, I had done some of the initial reviews, but we had divided them up, so I hadn't seen all of them.
Yes.
And I think that, I'm glad my camera was off, because I think every single time my mouth was dropping, like, what great ideas. So thank you for sharing that. Any of our other teachers, mentors, partners that would like to comment just on what they saw and the experience with today's pitch competition?
Yeah, I'll
Okay, Jackson City Schools, you unmuted and you're showing yourself.
I'll chime in. I can
let's
say
hear.
To do this in high school is such a big task, I think. And I think it shows a lot of creativity, a lot of drive to learn about this, because I'll tell you, I'm 31 years old and I don't know how to start a business. I learned from watching our kids go through their processes and develop their ideas over time and then start to implement them. So I think you hear a lot about the creativity of kids, of how, kids can probably sometimes be better problem solvers than adults, because as an adult, you've had years to develop one thought process and it's tough to get out of that. So to see our kids and, even the kids from all these other schools branching out and coming up with so many different ideas is incredible.
Thank you. How did you get to talk and Sarah didn't talk?
She stepped out. We also had Santa Claus up here visiting today.
Oh,
that's also our Braden, the kid who did Commercialized Community. He is our Santa Claus right now.
Okay.
So he's out being Santa, and he's out helping with that. So I'm kind of, I've been the tech guy, I guess, but to see him get through it has been awesome.
Well, thank you. Thanks for speaking and thanks for your participation. There was a question that came in about teachers and mentors getting connected, and I will certainly pass that on to Amber when she joins back in. I think that's a great way, almost like a network or a community of practice, to be able to let you share information between one another about challenges, opportunities, successes, best practices. especially to those that may be new coming into the project or to the process of entrepreneurship education. Let's see. Boy, she just told me like when they were breaking out that I had to fill time. So I'm trying to think of what else I could do. Meg Westbrook, are you there or have you gone to get a drink or take pictures of something? Yay. Okay. Anything you want to add as someone else who did, you've been involved with this as long as I have, and we've watched and kind of judged preliminaries of these pitch competitions for a few years now. And some of these same folks, the feedback that they've taken and then improved has been tremendous. But anything you want to share about, your review of the first rounder in the past and how you saw things work out today?
Yeah, I'll just kind of add on to that and say just the growth that these students have had is tremendous. Like I am so impressed by everything that they've done and just how innovative these ideas are and the amazing purposes that they serve, that they all are going to have such an impact in their communities. So great work, and we're really proud of everything that they've done.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, everyone. So we had.
You missed it, Amber. I was
yeah,
singing. I had Christmas carols going. Actually, no, we just talked a lot about the experience and things like that. So you can listen to the recording sometime.
Okay.
There was one thing I wanted to say that the mentors and the teachers that expressed interest about, networking, getting connected to kind of share ideas and best practices. Almost like a community of practice. So I didn't want to forget that before you announce the winner.
Yeah. We do a monthly community of practice with educators through EntreEd. So I will share that if you're not already involved. I know some of these folks are, and I'll share that out to you. And then in terms of like network, I'm actually going to ask each of the judges just to share their thoughts overall. But Bill, I think that's a really good segue if you want to kick us off on the judge comments before we make the announcement.
Yeah, it's always good to be the first judge to go to, so you can say all the things that the others want to say too. But I think universally we were really impressed with the ideas that came forth here and the business innovations that you all have started to work on. And again, I always want to stress that you're not student entrepreneurs, you are entrepreneurs, and you're already there and you're thinking that way. One of the things I will say, particularly for those of you who have a manufactured product that's your outcome and it is the part of your business, connect to local resources at your universities. I used to work at the Robert C. Byrd Institute at Marshall University. I spent 7 years there working with entrepreneurs, including young entrepreneurs like yourself, to bring products to market. There's a lot of great commercialization resources at those universities. And RCBI, even though it's located in Huntington, West Virginia, does work in commercialization with companies and entrepreneurs from all over the country. Literally, I worked with entrepreneurs in probably 20 or 30 states during my time there. So for those of you who need CAD assistance, if you can't find it locally, I'd throw up my old employer as a great place for that very early stage up through plastic injection molding and very early stage small batch manufacturing. They are one of the best in the country, located in Huntington, West Virginia. So you can reach out to Amber and she can give you my contact information. I'll put you in contact with the people that you would need there. But again, just really blown away with the depth and the thought that you all put into this, and some really commercializable ideas and businesses there.
Awesome. Thanks, Bill. I'm going to go alphabetical. So James, do you want to say a couple comments?
Absolutely. Well done, everybody. Teams, your teachers, congratulations on getting to this stage and on all the work that you've done. As Bill mentioned, we were extremely impressed by your presentations, by your professionalism on your teams, the way that you're able to field our questions as well. Yeah, I'm going to bring back one of the first comments that was made when we first started, and just the need for mentors. I encourage you, teachers, to help facilitate some of those things if you can, to help your students find mentors, because a lot of these ideas have legitimate market potential. And I know we're entering the holidays and we're kind of checking this box off as it's being done, but don't let it end here. Don't let this be the bookend. There should be something that follows up after this. And I really encourage you guys. One of the coolest things that we saw was where a lot of you have already reached out to people in your industry and been talking to people about whether it's partnerships or sourcing, et cetera. Those skill sets are going to pay dividends for the rest of your life. You know, as I teach entrepreneurship at a university, one of the experiences that most students will come back and say, this changed my life, is where we required them to go and actually have those conversations. You know, those relationships, those networks, those communication skills, it doesn't matter what you do in the future, whether it's entrepreneurship or not, those skill sets are marketable. And you can sell those skill sets regardless of what you do in the future. So well done and congratulations, and I hope to see a lot more success in the future.
Thank you so much. Nick, do you want to say a couple comments?
Sure thing, Amber. Thank you. So to all the students here today, you really made our lives difficult as judges. This was a great competition. From my understanding, you beat out a lot of people just to be here today. And so the fact that you were able to present to us today, congratulations on getting to this point. And I think about back when I was growing up, I grew up in Boston, and the big thing every year was this thing called the Rock and Roll Rumble. And it was local bands that would compete to be the best band in Boston. But the thing what I realized is that the bands that ultimately made it and the ones that got record deals and became popular, they weren't always the ones that won that competition. So we had to pick the winners for today, but if we did this whole thing again tomorrow, we may have judged it differently. So don't, we're going to celebrate the winners today, but as far as we're concerned, all of you have really done a great job and should consider yourself winners and to continue your journey. To focus, to talk a little bit more about what James said about how, the skills and the knowledge that you've gained by going through this process are valuable, and they're sought after, not just to be able to create your own business, but they're sought after by employers. And what I do with Certiport is we developed a certification called Entrepreneurship and Small Business, ESB. And so if you're not looking into that, that's an opportunity that you could get certified for your entrepreneurship and be able to show that to employers that are seeking the skills that you've gained here. So thanks for putting all the work into it. Congratulations to the teachers. And I really look forward to seeing what happens with these businesses.
Thank you. And last but certainly not least, Russ, you want to say a couple words?
Yeah, like all of the judges, I'm very impressed with the amount of work that went into these business ideas, the amount of passion that everybody had for your ideas. And I'm just going to echo what Nick said, that whoever wins today gets a little bit of bragging rights, but that's not the end of it. Entrepreneurs count wins as how many customers we serve, how many problems we solve, and how many people we make feel good. Those are the two big things we all sell. We sell a solution to a problem and a good feeling. And so I applaud you all for that. Regardless of the outcome today, I think you're all winners in that you have been subjected to one of the greatest processes ever devised, and that is the problem-solving creative process of how to go about finding an issue that needs solving. And that's what entrepreneurs do. You figure things out. So I do love the band analogy because some of you are going to maybe leave here disappointed today, but you're going to find lots and lots of customers along the way. So I'll just leave you with this, that your first idea is not always your best idea. Your first business is not always your best business. keep up the process, keep looking for opportunities, and keep reaching out to people who can help you. There are a lot of us out there, and we're willing to do it. Congratulations to all.
Awesome. Thank you. And now they're probably like, okay, stop talking so we can find out who won. So without further ado, our number 3, our third place winner was 9 Lives phone case. Our second place winner was Smart Syringe. And our first place winner was Patchwork. So I want everyone to give a big round of applause for all of our teams. You all will also, I just received word from Megan Westbrook that your t-shirt should be arriving soon for our top teams. And there is a little classroom incentive for all of our teachers for the top 14 teams, but we will be issuing those prize monies probably after the new year, just so it rolls over. But just congratulations to all of the teams. Congratulations to 9 Lives, to Smart Syringe and Patchworks. You all are incredible. We learn so much from you, and I like to surround myself with young people that are smarter than me. And so I feel very confident that I did that today with all of you. So any final thoughts from the teachers? Anybody? Jean, are you still on? Do you want to say a couple final words to wrap us up today? If you're not there, then we will kind of wrap up and thank you, everyone. And a recording.
I am here.
Oh, okay, there you are. Good.
To be honest, my role today was to say a few words in the beginning and introduce the judges and then go away. And I listened to the first presentation and the second and the third, and here I am still listening because they were all so fascinating and so much work and so impressive. And I congratulate the first, second, and third place winners, but I'll just echo what the judges said. All of you were great. And just because maybe you didn't make first, second, or third, doesn't mean you shouldn't pursue this idea. There were some other really great ideas, and we could tell how much work you did. And from Entre Ed, we say thank you so much to the students, and thank you so much to the teachers who are supporting them.
Well, take care, everyone. Have a happy holidays, and we will be keep an eye out for emails from me like you always get. So I'll be sending those out probably early next week with details for the winners and follow up for the other teams as well. But thank you. You all are rock stars. Enjoy your holiday break and then come back in the new year with an entrepreneurial spirit as well. Okay.